KNR Constructions Limited Q1FY24 earnings conference call. This conference call may contain forward-looking statements about the company, which are based on the beliefs, opinions, and expectations of the company as on date of this call. These statements are not the guarantees of future performance and involve risks and uncertainties that are difficult to predict. As a reminder, all participant lines will be in the listen-only mode, and there will be an opportunity for you to ask questions after the presentation concludes. Should you need assistance during this conference call, please signal an operator by pressing star then 0 on your touchtone phone. Please note that this conference is being recorded. I now hand the conference over to Mr. K. Venkat Ramrao, GM Finance from KNR Constructions. Thank you, and over to you, sir.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining us today on the call to discuss the financial results for Q1FY24. Along with me, I am Mr. K. Jalandhar Reddy, Executive Director, Mr. S. Vaikunatham, Vice President Finance, and Strategic Growth Advisor, our Investor Relations Advisor. We have uploaded results in the investor presentation on the stock exchanges as well as on our company website. I hope everyone got an opportunity to go through it. We would like to touch upon a few key company updates and the industrial events, post which we will have a question and answer session. We have signed the concession agreement for our 3 HAM projects with NHAI for a total bid cost of rupees 2,005 crores. For Mysuru to Kushalnagar HAM project package 4 on 28 June 2023, for Somwarpet of Bengaluru-Vijayawada Economic Corridor HAM project on 27th April 2023, and Mysuru to Kushalnagar HAM project package 5 on 22nd May 2023. CRISIL has upgraded its outlook on the long-term bank facility of the KNR Construction Limited from AA- positive to AA stable. Further, the short-term rating is reaffirmed at CRISIL A1+. So our strong financial stability and business operation process. I would now like to share our perspective on the significant industry development. Based on the industry report, it has been observed that there was a decrease in the road construction and awarding activity during the first quarter. In the first quarter of the fiscal year 2024, only around 600 km was awarded for the road construction with a cumulative construction length of approximately 2,000 km. The project annual awarding for the year is estimated to be approximately in the range of 8,500 to 9,000 km. With general election around the corner, the government continues its thrust on overall industrial development. The same is also reflected in the more commitment to utilize substantial portion of its FY24 budgeted capital expenditure by December 23. This also augurs well for this sector, as this will result in the good project awarding activity towards H2 of current financial year. In the first asset monetization deal of the year, NHAI will sell 2 highway bundles, Bundle 11 and Bundle 12, for over rupees 6,000 crores. The toll operate transfer mode is used to monetize these bundles. The NHAI expects the TOT assets monetization to raise rupees 10,000 to 15,000 crores this financial year. NHAI hopes to monetize rupees 45,000 crores in 2023-24, including other models such as Infrastructure Investment Trust and NHAI Special Purpose Vehicle Road Asset Securitization model. The 600 km long Varanasi-Kolkata Expressway connecting districts in Bihar and Jharkhand before entering West Bengal is named as NH-319B by NHAI. The cost of the project is estimated to be a range of 34,000 crores to 35,000 crores. The acquisition of land is likely to be expedited after the naming. The completion of the expressway will reduce the travel time between Kolkata and Varanasi by less than half. The NHAI recorded toll collection of more than rupees 4,300 crores and rupees 4,500 crores and 4,300 crores in the month of April, May and June respectively. from vehicles equipped with FASTag, the amount exceeded the average monthly FASTag fees collection for the fiscal year 2022-23, which amounted to rupees 3,841 crores in each month of the year 2023. Up to until the month of June, the monthly revenue has consistently exceeded 4,000 crores. Now coming to key updates of the company. The percentage of physical projects as of June 30, 2023 for the HAM projects is as follows. Magaradi to Somwarpet 75%, Padanchakram to Markakulam 93%, Valanchery to Kaprighat 42%, Karnatikara to Valanchery 40%, Chittoor to Thatchur 11%. During the quarter, the execution has primarily been driven by HAM projects. As of June 30, 2023, the company has already invested 404 crores out of rupees 732.86 crores revised equity requirement for all the 5 HAM projects. The additional equity requirement of 330 crores to be increased as rupees 146 crores and rupees 161 crores and balance 22 crores in FY 22, 24, 25 and 26 respectively. You can refer to slide number 24 of the investor presentation for the detail on each HAM project. The toll collection for the Bihar project, that is Muzaffarpur to Barauni, is Q1FY24 rupees 11.63 crores. Now coming to the order book position. As of June 30, 2023, the company has an outstanding order book position of 6,265 crores. It comprises of EPC road projects and HAM projects, which is 75% of the total order book, while irrigation projects comprises of remaining 25%. When broken down by the client, 53% of the order book is from third-party client and balance 47% is from the captive HAM projects. The third-party order book or non-captive order book accounts for 53% of the total order book position. This percentage is skewed between the state government contract at 38% and 11% for central government, and balance 4% order book is from the other private players. The current order book position remains healthy and provides a clear visibility of the execution over the period of next 2 years. Under the Bharatmala project, a robust project pipeline and completed BPR, detailed project reports, should expedite the project awarding activity in the future. The company is targeting an order inflow of 4,000 to 5,000 crores for FY24. To provide further, even though there is a cut through completion for the NHAI tender, our company is actively exploring a myriad of opportunities within the infrastructure sector, including urban development such as flyover, metros, with the primary objective of diversifying our order book. Our company is diligently engaged in the pursuit of the lucrative and appropriate bidding opportunities in the western and central region of the Madhya Pradesh, including selected areas Maharashtra, Madhya Pradesh and others. I will now present the results for the quarter ended June 30, 2023. I will take you through first the Q1FY24 standalone financial performance. I will start with the quarterly highlights first. The revenue for the quarter grew by 4% year-on-year to 930 crores. EBITDA for Q1FY24 grew by 5% year-on-year to rupees 173 crores as compared to 165 crores in Q1FY23. EBITDA margin in Q1FY24 stood at 18.6%. The net profit for the quarter was rupees 110 crores as compared to 101 crores in Q1FY23, a growth of 9%. Now coming to the consolidated financial performance, I will start with the quarterly highlights first. The company recorded a flat year-on-year growth in the total revenue of rupees 980 crores in Q1FY23 to rupees 981 crores in Q1FY24. EBITDA came in at rupees 216 crores in Q1FY24 to rupees 211 crores in Q1FY23. EBITDA margin in the current quarter stood at 22%. Profit after tax stood at rupees 133 crores in Q1FY24, while rupees 91 crores in Q1FY23. With this, we can open the floor for question and answer.
Thank you very much. We will now begin the question and answer session. Anyone who wishes to ask a question may press star and one on their touchtone telephone. If you wish to remove yourself from the question queue, you may press star and two. Participants are requested to use handsets while asking a question. Ladies and gentlemen, please restrict to 2 questions per participant. If time permits, please come back in the question queue for a follow-up question. We'll wait for a moment while the question queue assembles. The first question is from the line of Shravan Shah from Dolat Capital. Please go ahead.
Thank you, sir. Sir, the first question is on the order inflow. So we have already said that we are looking at 4,000 to 5,000 crore for this year. So 2-3 things to understand from this aspect. So first is how much orders that we have already bidded and yet the outcome is yet to be unknown. Second, this 4,000 to 5,000 crore is it entirely from the road sector? Because we mentioned that we are looking at urban segment like a metro, urban and the metro. So what kind of opportunities or the inflow are we looking at for this year? Second, in terms of the competition related to this, because most of the road companies haven't seen the order inflow till now. So do you think that there will be a competition and we will be able to get the orders at the required margin that we are looking at?
Hello, sir.
Yes, sir.
Good morning, everybody. Sir, actually, the order inflow concerned, first I would like to place the issues before you that NHAI orders are not yet started bidding. Bidding process has not been started. There have been few bids which have been done in the this month, first week, but later we found them all of them have gone postponed. For this, I think last week of this month they have been postponed. So few tenders, and 2 tenders are postponed to the next month. So kind of that we are heading in NHAI. So by now we are even trying some bids in the irrigation project. There have been some pipeline which is coming up. I don't say that we have placed bids. They are coming up in a way that Telangana irrigation projects are also there. There are about MP also there are irrigation bids, and Rajasthan also there are irrigation bids. This pipeline considerably from Telangana around 3,500 crores bidding is likely to happen in coming this month or next month. And MP also, I think MP we have in the last week of this month around 2,900 crores. Rajasthan also around 2,000 crore bids are there. So I think there are lesser size bids also, but we are focusing these size bids this time. As a token, we want a bigger one, so that we are trying. And I think as of now, you asked a question that as of now, how many bids which you are trying to already place in the pipeline kind of thing. I think at present, I think a few bids placed in Tamil Nadu region of the NHAI, they have not yet opened. So except the very few bids of green board, we don't have anything on pipeline for this right now. And some pipeline projects also we are looking at. And some Northeast also we are looking at. In Rajasthan, like some pipeline projects are also there. From that, we have Northeastern part of India, we have some tunnel projects, around 1,500 crore size projects, which we are trying to focus. And the joint ventures, we are even starting with our old partner, Patel Engineering, we are discussing in continuation. And SCW also, we are in continuation with discussions. And even we are trying some discussions with NCC, Nagarjuna Construction. So this time we have a solid trials that we are making to enter in all these and try to get a good shape. At least I can say that I'll do all my efforts. Whatever it happens, it's going to happen.
Yeah, sir. Sir, just to understand, you said that you have...
We will be able to make whatever required others.
Yeah, sir. Sir, just trying to understand further a bit more. You mentioned you have placed a few bids, so if you can specify how many projects and what's the value and in which segment we have already placed where the outcome is yet to come?
Actually, for Madurai, Ramanathapuram, Madurai, Rameshwaram Road, there are three bids, I think. There were of size 800, 700, all that things only.
Okay. And from the road side particularly, so you already mentioned in terms of the irrigation, 3 states and the value. But from the road side, broadly, how much are we looking at in terms of the planning to bid now? And then in terms of the competition, so do you think that this whatever the road projects that we are trying, will it be mostly in the HAM or in the EPC? Because still given the less order already there from the NHA side, so there will be a more competition in the EPC space.
Yes, sir. Actually, the concern, some Maharashtra bids are there, which are of EPC nature. But I think if you look at the EPC market concerned, there is no healthy kind of margins that are available in India, in any of the even state government concerned or in the concerned with NHAI also. So here more that come out with some tenders, they're mostly of nature called EPC only. But NHAI is coming up with HAM. As of now, little bit bright scope is there in HAM only, sir. So hopefully, whatever the pipeline, even I told about some Tamil Nadu projects, they are also in the HAM nature only. So we can hope to get some projects from HAM only as of now.
Okay. And
Maharashtra projects I said in the state government. Some MSRDC projects are also there. They are of EPC nature. We are trying our best in that.
Okay. And now coming to on the revenue part. So last time we said that we are looking at close to 900 crore to 1,000 crore kind of a revenue from irrigation. But this quarter, broadly there is less or nothing kind of a revenue in this quarter. So whatever the outstanding 1,500-1,600 crore irrigation order book is there. So how one can look at in terms of the revenue for this year and next year?
So revenue concerns, the order book is about say 8,000 crores.
Sir, I'm specifically
in 2 years' time. So more or less, we are sticking with the figures of 4,000 plus, which we would like to do this year. Only that, this rainy season is not very bad during that August as well as July and in June. So that we are a little bit of shaky, but otherwise we are overall good. Will be good in the year, and we'll try to catch up whatever we are losing in the rainy season.
Got it, sir.
Second, third, and fourth quarters.
Yeah, I was mostly asking, my major question was on the irrigation front. So this quarter in terms of revenue booking was nothing. So whatever the outstanding...
Problematic in irrigation, it's again, we can even think of some elections. So there should be some another trend which is likely to happen in irrigation. So we are hoping this month or next month by 15th onwards, whatever the agreement we get, depending on that, we'd like to gear up the things. That's what we are thinking, sir. And I think revenue booking in irrigation has not happened in this quarter. That Venkat will briefly explain.
Actually, in this quarter, we did for irrigation around 23%. That is close to 200 crores. And we did around 45%. And our road irrigation we did around 27%. So this 200 crores, 210 crores we did in the for irrigation, and what are the balance, suppose 800 to 900 crores revenue definitely will come through the irrigation, but that will definitely subject to what are the payments from the irrigation. So there is outstanding of almost, as of now, around 690 crores, including billed and unbilled also. So we expect that definitely there will be clarity from the payment, then definitely we will achieve the revenue what we have projected.
Okay. Thank you, sir. All the best.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next question is from the line of Sandeep Agarwal from Naredi Investments. Please go ahead.
Hello. Thank you, sir, for the opportunity. So my question is, sir, Magadi, Somwarpet and Udaan Section project physically progress is only 2 to 3% this quarter. Any specific reason?
Yes, sir. So Magadi, Somwarpet, the land is not available for another 29 kilometers. Rest of it concerned, we have already applied for PCOD and the PCOD is approved by the engineer. The authority engineer has approved that. But there is some ADB clearance is required. So it was sent to ADB for clearance. Once it comes down, I think they were going to announce PCOD, provisional completion certificate for that. But around 39 kilometers still pending, out of which bits and pieces they were providing around 2 kilometers, 3 kilometers. So that's where the progress is less on Magadi Somwarpet. But another good teaser is that around 7.5 kilometers they just handed over on 10th of this month. 5 days back. So now we are getting up in that area. The full bypass is there. And they are ruling out, they are taking some decision in 20 kilometers, which is in the complete forest. They want to go in the existing roads instead of going for a greenfield development in there. So that is going to little bit, if they take that decision, another 12 kilometers will come into the hand. So that's the reason that there is no progress. And Palani concerned, that means Vadanchatra Madakakulam concerned, we got PCOD and there is bits and pieces are left over. So they I think 7.5 kilometers they provided in past 4 months, and we have almost completed. And they are now requesting us to do around half a kilometer length, 0.26 kilometers. And another, there is an approach to the ramp, underpass, that is in the state highways. So those areas, if they hand over, we have to do it. I think it's only 20-25 crore worth of work is pending. That's it. We will be doing it in a subsequent 2-3 months. Most of it, I think, the Vadanchatra Madakakulam, we got some bonus also, around 2 crore bonus we have, I think.
That is also counted in the June quarter itself. 1-2 crore bonus.
Okay. So my next question is regarding our 3 new projects. So what are the cumulative equity investment required in these projects and the time period for these investments?
Actually, sir, we have existing 5 projects for Somwarpet, Palani, the Kerala 2 projects and Chittoor purchase. Equity requirement was initially invested for 732 crores. Out of that, 404 crores we already infused. Balance around 330 crores. We expect that in this balance for FY23, 23-24 will infuse around 145 crores. And for FY24-25 it will be around 160 crores. And balance in the FY25-26.
No. So my question is regarding 3 new projects. It should be
equity requirement will be around 225 crores. So this year actually FY23-24 we may not require to invest in this year, but based on the availability of the appointed date actually, you will see most probably we can say 50% in the next year only, and balance 25% in the balance 2 years.
Okay. So last one is CapEx plan for the financial year 25 and 25, current year, next year.
20, which year?
CapEx plan for the current year and next year.
Current year, first quarter we did actually CapEx of around 33 crores. And we expect that this year CapEx will be in the range of around 100 to 120 crores because it's definitely subject to ability of the receiving the good orders in the irrigation and other sector. But definitely we expect that because these three projects also we may expect a find date maybe somewhere in the end of this year. So there may be not much requirement for the CapEx in this year, 100 to 120 crores. And next year is definitely based on incoming of the order inflow. So we have to plan next year.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next question is from the line of Sandeep Dixit from Nest Egg Investments. Please go ahead.
Thank you. Just to clarify, two questions. One is on the accounting side. This top line of June last year included the three projects that were sold to Cube, right?
Pardon, sir?
Can you hear me?
Yeah. Tell me, sir.
Okay. So first question is the top line of the revenue and EBITDA of June 21, that is June quarter last year. Those included the three projects sold to Cube. Am I right?
Yeah, correct. Yeah, it is there.
So that means that this YOY comparison of 980 crores is not really comparable because this quarter you would not have those three. Am I right?
Yeah, sir. Definitely, sir. This three project is not there in this Q1FY24. Yeah.
Okay. So then can you please give us comparable growth rates for EBITDA and revenues, comparable of last year? Instead of 980 crores, what could it have been?
But generally, sir, what is happening, suppose three projects is not there, other projects will be added in this year, like that. This year we have started 6 to circuit, that is there in this year. So definitely when we present the financials, we present the financial not in project wise, as a company overall basis. So last year that three project was not there, but this quarter our Kerala project was there and Chittoor was there. So definitely we cannot compare actually. We can compare as a company as a whole.
Okay. So the second question was related to your guidance. Last call you had said 4,000 crores top line for this year. And what would be the guidance for the margins?
Margins is definitely because right now we have achieved around 18.5.
It is coming down, sir. So little bit of shakiness will be there in this. That we are expecting. But I think it could be at the tune of 2% to 2.5%, provided the input material variations are not there.
I'm sorry, I did not understand the answer. Are you saying it will be 2 to 2.5% lower or higher than last year?
2.5% lower because the irrigation payments are likely to not actually, this state is heading towards election. So we hope irrigation payments will not be that even they are now irregular, but still will they be stopped during the election period? That's what we are thinking. Apart from that, another, the most problematic thing is that they could not solve the problem with the pump house project, which is the NABARD loans and all. So regarding that, we are a little bit worried as of now. So the situation is a little bit not favorable. And due to elections and all, nobody is going to focus on these issues, I believe. But I think in a couple of months, whatever you get, you will get. We are trying to recollect as much as possible and keep ourselves in a safe zone, which we are trying it. So that's why I say there is 2 to 3% could be, we are expecting there should be some downtrend towards it. But concerned, most probably, provided this variation still will not go further down, depending on the steel, cement, as well fuel prices and all.
Thank you. Thank you very much for your answers.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next question is from the line of Vasudev from Nuvama Wealth Management. Please go ahead.
Yeah, thank you for the opportunity, sir. So, my first question is, how much is our pending
not coming clearly. Hello, Vasudev, can you hear us?
Hello, is it clear?
Slightly. Can you speak a little closer towards the phone?
Hello.
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah. So my first question is, how much is our pending receivables from the Telangana government?
So the pending receivables as of today is around both billed and unbilled is around 690 crores.
Okay. And can you please help me with the debt and the cash levels at the standalone level?
The standalone debt is zero actually as of 30th June, and cash is around 85 crores is there as of 30th June.
Okay. And sir, if you can just speak a little bit more on our diversification plan. So you already said that we're looking into more segments. So, what is the exact progress over there and something more on that?
Yes, Sir, in brief to the first question I have answered about our entry into the various states in irrigation as well. Some tunneling projects also we are focusing in northeastern part of India. Some pipeline projects in Rajasthan we are looking at. Irrigation projects in MP, Telangana and Rajasthan also we are trying. And MSRDC roads, MSRDC is a new area for us. We are now trying an entry into it. It is all our questions, sir. And apart from that, we will examine the metros and all, but as of now there is no solid thing that has come before us. So we will even open for that, and urban infrastructure projects also we will look at a little bit closely on that. Earlier we were only limited to Tamil Nadu as well and all, but now upcoming wherever the city developments are happening, we will focus on that.
Okay, sure. So that was helpful. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Next question is from the line of Faisal Hawa from HG Hawa and Company. Please go ahead.
The ROC and the ROE for this quarter in our company. And secondly, sir, are we excluding any orders which have not been finalized from the final order book? Because if I remember correctly, the order book was 9,200 crores in March, and today you have said it is 6,200 crores. And third is, sir, are the mines that we had bought in Kerala contributing now to reducing our purchase cost for blue metal?
What is that? Kerala?
In Kerala, we had bought the mine for our raw material requirements. So are they now contributing to reducing our costs and increasing our EBITDA margin?
Yes, actually, what is happening? Earlier we have started procurement with 19 rupees per CFT in Kerala. Now it's gone to 32 rupees. So to that tune we are little bit under control. But actually, the problem is with one quarry we have acquired and it is giving almost around 80-85% efficiency. But the other one we are able to do only 60% efficiency because in night times they are not allowing in the working in those quarries. That is the Manjeri area is there. So that quarry they are not allowing in the night times, but locals. We are even pursuing the matter with seriously with the district administration as well, state administration also. And the NHI is also pursued the matter with state government. If anything happens, it's okay. Otherwise, we are trying to buy certain aggregates. I think to the tune of 30-35% we'll have to buy it.
But it would have given us at least 2 to 3 percentage points more on EBITDA for this project itself.
Of course, sir. That's giving already. I think it is contributing quite a good sum on that.
Sir, in your question of return of capital employed and return on equity, it is around 18%, sir, as of June. And as far as order book is concerned, we told actually 6,500 crores, but that excludes this order book of 3 HAM projects because we have to do the financial close and achieve the appointed date. If you include this EPC of this around 1,800 crores, it will be around 8,000 crores order book as of.
From the previous participant's question, actually, I think his question was that, the last year's revenue included our sales of the projects to Cube. So that was a one-time event. So if we remove that sale of the projects to Cube, what is our growth in sales in this first quarter?
Sir, actually, two things are, because we are doing EPC work for that project. As far as KNR is concerned, whatever the profit we earn from QCL, we will show as a below item, extraordinary items. We won't include in the contact income. So what we want to say that it is the three projects what we have told to you, the EPC work what we did in the Q1, that has been added in the last year Q1. And other projects like Kerala and this Chittoor Pursuit, that project added in this Q1FY24.
Sir, will our debt reduce further in the coming quarters? Because of our on consolidated basis.
The consolidated is definitely consolidated debt is contained basically of our Muzaffarpur Baroni project and Panni project. So once we are already working with the different investors for monetization of these assets. So Muzaffarpur is, as we already told in the previous presentation, we are working on that, but we are not getting any positive response from the investors. But as far as Panni and our new HAM project is coming, we are getting the positive response from the investor, and definitely in the due course actually we may enter the monetization of these assets. Once we monetize these assets, then our debt will definitely further reduce.
Monetize in this financial year itself?
Financial, we will try, sir. Already we are having a discussion with the prospective investors, and we may do actually. In this financial year, definitely we can expect it.
Thank you so much, sir.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
Thank you. Participants, you may press star and one to ask a question. Next question is from the line of Jiten Rushi from Axis Capital. Please go ahead.
Good morning, sir. Thank you for taking my question. So my first question is on the joint venture which you had highlighted. You are having a joint venture.
Jiten, sorry, can you please speak a little louder?
Can you hear me now? Hello?
Yes.
No, it is okay, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, sir. So on the joint venture which you highlighted, we are having joint venture with Patel Engineering, NCC, and one more entity. So can you just name the third entity? And we are having joint venture for which?
I said FCW. Yes. We are trying joint ventures in various projects to be entered from irrigation front. Irrigation, we are already having the experience in dam construction as well. Pump house construction is not complete yet. Our once it is 90% completed, then only the certificate is considered as a completion certificate for us. So, for that matter, we do such all the dams, canals, and all we have. But pipelines and certain specialized works in dams, we will be needing some joint ventures. So which we are talking, we are parallelly 3%, we have 3 agencies we are in discussion with, which I told you. One is with Patel Engineering Limited, and second one is NCC, and third one is HCW.
HCW, okay.
Yes.
And sir, this tunneling work in Northeast, we can do it independently or it would be in joint venture?
Tunneling project we don't have expertise, sir. So we will be going with the partnership.
JV, partnership. But work will be done 100% by us. Probably that is a thought process.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And sir, also on the irrigation project, as you said that some work is still pending, and we are targeting a revenue of almost 900 crore. Obviously, we have booked revenue of 23%, 200 crore plus this quarter. So, are you confident of achieving this revenue, or you will slow down your execution probably in
yes, because of the payment? There is a bit of dilemma which we are heading, but state government we have spoken I think 2 weeks ago with the state government people. They are very keen and they want us to do the pump house, pump supply of pump and erection of pump also they want us to do.
Also they have clearance from NGT and all.
Also they got clearance from NGT now, stating that they are very bullish also. But payment concerned, they are expressing yes, we'll do it, but we don't have any solid assurance.
Physically, we will continue in terms of our work and
we will look at our own risk factor and do it.
Because sir, what has happened is our cash has come down and probably then we will be looking for working capital loan in a couple of months. Probably that can be the another option for us if at all. Hello?
Actually, nothing as far as cash is concerned, definitely we have the receivables are around 880 crores. Out of that, hand receivables around 650 crores are there. So that we are not drawn the debt from the bank to pay our IDC actually. So definitely when cash requirement is there, so far we are able to manage with our internal accruals and definitely when required the money, we will go for disbursement from these schools and take the money. Cash concern is not an issue because receivables are there which can be liquidated in a 1 month time only. So we are not really seeing any, definitely there is any possibility of that cash will be, the cash is there in the system, what we want to say.
Got it. And sir, last question. So you said that you have to procure aggregates for the Kerala project from outside for 30-35%. So you said that cost of aggregate plus cubic feet per cubic feet has gone up from 19 rupees to 32 rupees. Did I understand correctly, sir?
Correct, sir?
Sir, you said that you are outsourcing aggregates from outside 30-35% for the Kerala project. So you said that the cost of aggregates per cubic feet has gone up. That is what you are trying to say?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Actually, the feeling is that earlier, while we bought the new quarries in that area, is only to keep the aggregating control. The two quarries for two projects we bought, there the requirement of each project is about 20 lakhs metric tons. While buying also, we were very well known that we will have to procure a certain percentage from the market. So, having given a thought that at least you have a captive quarry, so your progress will be controlled in the market. So initially it started with, it worked very well, but later, other projects are also started in the region of adjacent projects also picked up and everybody wants aggregate from the local people. So local people, they started raising their demands and from 19 rupees it is gone to 32 rupees as of now. And even that also availability is a big question because whenever there is a rain, they'll announce a orange zone, red zone. Then that time we'll have to keep the quarry shut down because of environmental rules. And one quarry, I said in the Manjeri area we are operating a quarry where we are only allowed in the day. Night times we are not allowed to do the quarrying operations as well, crushing operations. Generally we do it day and night, then we are having a good production, it will meet our production requirements. So with all these around 30 to 35% we have to buy in the local market. So we are even starting the permissions from Tamil Nadu government also because we have completed the Rodam-Chitram Madhapathulam project where we have around surplus about 2 lakh metric ton we have, which we want to transport it through the railway. So the permission is under progress. Once they give the permission, we will be transferring those material and it is falling very cheaper. I think 32 rupees the market price is there. Now we are within 30 rupees we are able to reach the site with all these hide and shoots by railway from Tamil Nadu. So it is an okay proposition which we are trying also.
Right, sir. So last question. So you have identified the list of projects which are trying to participate or going to participate in future in multiple sectors. So can you highlight the total size which you are going to bid for in next coming 6 months from roads, irrigation, or pipeline, tunneling and in various states or MSRDC? So what is the size we are going to participate for in terms of value?
Around 49,000 now under pipeline. I mean, I can see the list of selected projects.
This is for NHA you're talking about or total?
Total, all of them, all put together.
And NHA would be how much?
NHA pipeline, if you look at it, the pipeline was around 70,000-80,000 crore it was there. But with all the postponements and all, and our collected projects is only around 20,000-25,000 crore in it. I think, we have only 13-14 projects listed processing in this month or upcoming month. Maybe we will add some more in future. And irrigations and all concerned, it's about say 45,000 we are now looking at.
Okay, 45 to 50,000 crore.
Yes.
Okay, sir. That's all my side. Thank you and all the best.
Yes.
Thank you. A request to all the participants, please restrict to 2 questions per participant. Next question is from the line of Prem Khurana from Anand Rathi. Please go ahead.
Hello. Yeah, thank you for taking my question, sir. So I think somewhere in your remarks you said Telangana state government...
Prem, your audio is not coming clear. Can you please speak through the handset?
Give me a second, please. Is it better now?
Thank you.
Yeah. So, sir, I think in your comments somewhere, when you said Telangana government needs to engage with NABARD for the payments for the pump house project, which is they're waiting for that clarity to come through to kind of go ahead with the pump house part. So could you please elaborate on this? What exactly is it? I thought, this project is funded and the money is supposed to come from NABARD and they've already started disbursing money. So why is it that the incremental disbursements are taking time?
Yeah, Ramana, you answer. Actually, sir, that there is some grant amount which need to be paid by the state government. That is one problem apart. Another problem is to sort that debt ratio. That is called FRMB limit. It's gone beyond the expectations or the norms or the limitations given by the central government. So those areas, the BJP government is very serious on these guys. So the banks have a little bit stopped that funding, and they need to sort out that issue. Then once that is sorted out, these payments are likely to happen.
Sure.
Telangana government is trying to leave it from the own control.
Yeah, Telangana government, so that's what I said. We had a meeting with the state government personnel. They said if the banks are not paying, they wanted us to go ahead with the pump supply and erection of the pump. We said we'll have to almost 200 crores we have to place as an investment. We were a little bit scared, which we told them. Then they were of the opinion that if not it is paid through the banks, we will directly pay from state government kitty. That's what they were assuring, kind of that. Which we need to little bit take a call on this and go ahead.
Sure. So we were planning to place the order with BHEL for this pump house. And you were waiting for the government to kind of extend you confirmation that you're allowed to go and open your LCs. Fair to assume till the time you get to have clarity from the government or comfort from government that yes, you go ahead, open the LCs and we'll pay you in time. Till then you will go a little slow at least on this procurement part, and you would still continue with the civil part only, or you could go and invest from your pocket and get the equipment required for the project.
Right now we are going ahead with the LC properties and all that, because if you see title also that is a lot of expense from overhead. So we are parallelly talking to the government, and in fact the ENC and all that together we visited BHL also for feeding of the supply of the pump and space and everything. So we will not stop. If needed, it is slow, that's it. Otherwise we will not stop.
Okay. And so the JVs that you spoke about with the NCC, Patel and Sioux that you intend to have for the projects, these would only be for PQs, or the work would also be shared?
No. Would you only what we will take, execution we will do only.
Okay, so you will pay some sort of royalty and keep the entire work with you.
Whatever is there, that's only to the comfort of JV, we will do that. Otherwise, full execution will be done by us.
Sure. And just one last bookkeeping, we could share the consolidated debt and the consolidated cash balance, please.
The consolidated debt is 575 crores. Sir.
575, you said?
Yeah.
Okay, and how much is the cash?
Consolidated cash will be maybe around 100 crores.
Sorry, how much?
100 crores. Sir.
100 crores.
Yeah.
So 85 is standalone and consolidated is 100, so 15 crore rupees of cash.
Yeah.
Okay. But sir, I think when I look at our presentation, it seems we've received good amount of grants in this quarter from NHAI towards the construction activity. And we also infused some money in these projects, right? Around 110 crores. And the number that you gave in terms of 45% of the total top line has come from HAM, so which essentially would mean almost around 400 odd crore rupees of number that you would have booked in terms of revenues. But then ideally the receivables from hybrid annuity SPV should have come down, right? Because we've done 400 crore rupees of worth of work, and the SPVs at 110 from you, and significant amount of money come from grant. So why is it that the exposure to SPVs has gone up, or there's hardly any cash balance in the SPV?
Sir, under HAM section, NHAI will pay only grant of 40%. So, but EPC player has to get they should get money from the bankers and they put their equity, and then they can make the payment to EPC contractor. So NHAI, whatever the money we are receiving from NHAI, that is not sufficient to clear the entire EPC bill. So balance 60%. For that already we are tied up for equity and debt. So definitely that we have to draw the debt only. We can able to pay up to the EPC contractor. But as of June actually we don't have the debt in the books. So but as of now because now cash position is coming down because we are not able to getting the receipts from the irrigation. So we will start taking disbursement from the bank actually and paying to the EPC contractor.
Sure. So I have few more questions on this, and I'll take it offline. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Next question is from the line of Dipesh Agarwal from UTI Asset Management. Please go ahead.
Good morning, gentlemen. My first question is, there seems to be a lot of opportunity coming up of pumped hydroelectric power projects. Given our experience in the water and irrigation domain, would we be eligible to participate in those projects? And if yes, would we be looking at those projects?
Hydroelectrical, we didn't yet look at it. We may because our earlier joint venture partner is already into hydro, and we will still start exploring the possibility.
Understood. Secondly, if I read your comments, a lot of projects you are looking at are outside the southern region. So what is driving it? Is it our urge to diversify, or is it that in the southern region there are not much projects? And secondly, what would be the implication on our profitability out there, given we earn a better margin in the southern project because of the mobilization?
Better we say that rather looking at the margin concept and all, it is to keep ourselves at least to lubricate it, because we need order inflow. So wherever we get, we want to go now.
Understood. Yeah, thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. Next question is from the line of Vaibhav Shah from JM Financial. Please go ahead.
Yeah. So did we receive any money from Telangana government in the year to date?
Transition from June this quarter we received actually from package 3 actually. Total around 180 crores of the payment we received from the Telangana government during this year actually.
In Q2?
From April to as of date.
So the outstanding amount is 690 or 650, and that is as of June or currently?
That is as of currently. 650 crores what we told in the last quarter, as of May actually. So what 690 we are telling as of June actually. As of today, sorry.
As of today. Okay. And secondly, sir, on the bid pipeline side, you mentioned that 49,000 crores is the bid pipeline. So of that, highways is 25 and rest is irrigation?
Irrigation pipeline in tunnel.
Yeah. This pipeline is very big. We are only choosing first tender in northeast part of India. That is about that, 300 crores only. It is a small, I mean, the tunnel concern, it is a smaller kind of pipe. So, going forward, we'll look at it. So first, we would like to understand how the bid goes and what sort of margins. It's kind of testing water.
Okay. And sir, lastly, what is your EBITDA margin guidance for FY24?
FY24, so yes, I've really said that around 2.5 to 3% depends on irrigation cash inflows. It may increase or go down. I mean, it may be as we are giving earlier, or it may go down by 2 to 3% based on the irrigation listing. So I guess that fuel, cement, steel, all input prices are in control, kind of control.
Okay, fine. Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much. I now hand the conference over to the management for closing comments.
Thank you all for joining us on this call. Please reach out to our investor relations consultant, strategic growth advisors, or us directly should you have any further queries. We can now close the call. Thank you.
Thank you very much. On behalf of KNR Constructions, that concludes this conference. Thank you for joining us. You may now disconnect your lines. Thank you.
Thank you.